present with you?
It's interesting. I grew up feeling very uneducated, not smart, just from school. I performed poorly in school. And I told myself a story that, I'm never going to be smart enough. No one's ever going to be interested in me because I'm not a smart person. That's what I told myself growing up. And then I heard a quote, I believe it's by Roosevelt, that says, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I said, maybe I have a chance if I just show that I care about people and put energy and effort into listening and caring about their lives and their stories. Maybe they'll want to hang out with me. So it was kind of like just a strategy to find friends in high school. It was like, let me just pay attention to people and just focus and ask questions that I'm curious about and listen.
Yeah.
And I started doing that in business early on when I had no skills on making money or starting a business. I had no idea what I was going to do. But in the business world, I would go to networking events and I would just ask people questions about themselves. And I would never talk about myself ever. And at the end of these events, people were like, you're the most interesting person in the room. And I never said anything. I just asked questions and paid attention while everyone was being distracted and looking around the room. I just focused. And it served me well, and it's probably one of the reasons why I wanted to do an interview show, just to be able to sit down and ask questions.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but if you can pay attention, then that can help you in a lot of ways.
And how old were you when you came to that realization?
It's like 16, probably, yeah. But then it was like one of my early 20s when I really started to practice it.
Yeah. It can take people a lifetime to have that insight, though.
Right.
It's amazing to have that at such an early age.
Yeah. I was like, I'll never be as smart as someone like you. I'll never be able to do this research and dive in and be this like scientist of the brain or neuroscience or things like that. But if I can just put my effort and energy towards paying attention and listening to people and asking questions that open people's hearts and minds, that will get them grateful in that moment. And gratitude goes a long way for people.
Yeah,
so
it sure does.
That was my strategy. I'm not going to be the smartest, I'm going to be the most caring. That was the goal.
That's great. That's great. And what's interesting to me about that is that it arose out of hardship. It arose because you suffered feeling that you weren't smart enough.
Absolutely.
And we work so hard in life to avoid hardship.
Yeah.
And yet, that's often the most valuable thing we experience in life.
Why is it so valuable to experience hardship?
I think it's because that when things are going smoothly, we don't have to change. And standing still in life is not good for us. We need to grow. You've seen middle-aged people who still behave like they're in college. They're desperately hanging on to a point in their life that they felt was the best point for them.
Right.
And it's sad. It's very, very sad to see. We've got to keep growing, but we don't want to. Right? It's much easier to stay still and
be comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very comfortable. So we need hardship to push us out of that comfort zone and make us grow.